Welcome, friends. Today we are going to learn our superior epicycloid. So in this problem statements, we have the 190 mm radius of dating circle. So I draw the first 90 mm directing circle with center O1. Then we arrange our rolling circle which is rolls outside of the directing circle, and your rolling circle radius, it is 30 mm. So we take the radius 30 mm. First we mark the center of the rolling circle, and at the center of the rolling circle we create our 30 mm radius of rolling circle. Now, as per our formula, the distance traveled by the rolling circle on a dating circle within one revolution, it is 120. So I mark the 120 at O1 angle, and we draw our extreme position of point. This 120-degree angle, it is traveled by the rolling circle during its one revolution on our directrix circle. This is our rolling circle. Now we have the one point R. The point R, it is 40 mm from the center of rolling circle. So when I mark this 40 mm from the center of the rolling circle, our point R, it is inside of dating circle and outside of the rolling circle. That you have the superior epicycloid. So first we generate the circle of R with 40 mm radius, and it is called as a generating circle. This is called as a generating circle. So now we divide our rolling circle and generating circle in number of 8 parts as usual. Now divide your generating circle in number of 8 parts. I mark this is my starting point 0. Then 1. Anti-clockwise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Similarly, you can divide your 120-degree angle. Similarly, we go to divide our 120-degree angle in number of parts. So each part it is become 15 degree. So first I draw the 90 degree. Now we divide our two components. One, it is generating circle. Now I divide my generating circle in number of 8 parts, as well as the 120-degree angle of the directrix circle. So here you can take the 15 degree each interval and mark the point on your directing circle. So this is my 1 number, it is the 2, this is a 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now you divide your directrix circle and marking your points on a directrix circle. Then you have find out your center. So first we have the initial center C0. So from this center, first we draw the arc. Now first we take the radius, center CO1, radius up to your rolling circle center, and you can create the one center circle. And extend your line and find out all the center. So first I extend my line. Similarly, we can extend our line O1 to. Now we have all the center. This is my C1. It is our C2 center. This is our C3. C4, C5, C6, C7, C8. Now similarly, we draw the circle from the generating points. So I have the 1 and 7 points on generating circle. So from this generating circle, we draw the circle parallel to directrix circle. Similarly, you can take the O1 to 6 and create your one more circle parallel to the directing circle. Similarly, you can take the O1 to these 5 points and draw the circle Similarly, you can draw the circle from O1 to these 4 points. Now, for superior epicycloid, this is our starting point P0. I take the radius of the generating circle instead of rolling circle. Here we choose the radius of R point because we are going to construct the engineering curves with reference to R points. So I choose the 35 mm radius, then center C1, and I draw the arc on 1 number circle. The circle which is passed from the 1 and 7. You have to draw the arc on this circle after selecting your C1 as a center, radius 35. Similarly, you can choose your C2 point is the center and draw the arc on 2 number circles. Then C3 center, you can draw the arc on 3 number circle. Your C4 it is a center, you can draw the arc on 4 number circle. After the half revolution, we change the direction of the arc because our point R, it is on right hand side. So we first select our C5 point is a center and we do the arc on 5 number circle. Then C6 point is a center and we draw the arc on 6 number circle. Then next C7, you can draw the arc on 7 number circle, and finally you have the C8 and you can draw the arc on 8 number circle. So here I want to draw the circle one more here from O1 to 8 points. On this circle I have the P8 point. I draw the exactly it is here. Now first we mark all the points. So this is our P1, this is your P2 points, this is your P3, it is your P4, this is the P5, it is your P6, then it is P7, and lastly you have the P8. Now join all the points as usual with a smooth curves P0, P1, P2, P3, P4, then P5, P6, P7, P8. It is your superior epicycloid. Now you can choose the S point. And first you find out the center of CS. The S point it is center. I draw the arc on central line. It is giving me CS center. I join with O1 points with a straight line, and it is cut to our directing circle at S1 point. And you join your S and S1 with a straight line it is the normal to our superior epitrochoids. At the normal, I draw the perpendicular line to the normal which is passed from the S point. This is our tangent AB. And you can show your dimensioning here for understanding. It is a radius 35. So here, friends, that is how to construct the superior epicycloid.